How effective are your meetings? Value add, total waste of time, somewhere in between. What do your people think about your meetings, and do you really know? Let's have a short discussion on how to make sure that your meetings don't suck and that they are really worth the time that you and your people invest in them. Welcome back to Team and Leadership Coaching videos. Today, we're discussing meetings. Depending on your role, you may spend up to 80% of your time in meetings. While the quality of the meeting is often dictated or at least circumscribed by the person who called the meeting, you can make sure that your meetings are value adds. Here are a few simple tips. 1. Create an agenda beforehand. Now, I know that you've heard this one before, and it bears repeating. Meetings without agendas suck. You're less likely to be focused, whereas if you'd prepared an agenda, you'd have already thought through the purpose of the meeting, what you hope to accomplish, and what the meeting process should entail. Agenda prep is as much for you as for anyone else, which means don't delegate this task. 2, for each discussion topic, identify the desired outcome, which is not always obvious. If the topic is vendor selection, does that mean that you want everyone to be up to date about the process or the potential vendors in your pool? Or do you intend to select a vendor in this meeting? By stating up front what you hope to have in hand when this discussion is finished, you help everyone be more focused. And you know when you've achieved the mark and can move on. 3, use the electronic whiteboard or flip chart if you're old school like me to make everyone's thinking visible. This immediately brings out the current common understanding, or conversely shows where people are on different pages. Now, there is an art to knowing what to capture. You obviously don't want every word, and oftentimes people are working through their thoughts, which may shift. But someone on your team probably has this innate knack, so identify them and enlist their help. 4, if your meeting is a standing one whose focus is to get everyone on the same page or something like that, then efficiently walk through key metrics or other status updates. Now, I'm assuming that you already have a scorecard with the few and important activity-based metrics that display the health of your business, that you've also identified the standard for each metric, and that each of these metrics is assigned to one person on your team. Assuming that's the case, then at this point, with everyone looking at the common scorecard, you as team lead go down the list. You name the key metric. Say it's numbers of proposals submitted, and that the agreed on standard is 20 per week. And the responsible person on the team either says, all good, or need to discuss. Any all goods mean we move right to the next item in the list. No discussion allowed in the meeting. If someone is interested, they can check in with that person later, but you don't want to use everyone's common time because the metric is all good. Any need to discuss items get added to the flip chart or the whiteboard and will be addressed after we've officially walked through all of the metrics or other status updates. Too many meetings devolve because we identified one metric that one person had a question about, then we spent inordinate time on a topic that really didn't matter or could have been handled much more efficiently as a sidebar. Follow this practice and you won't have that issue. 5, prioritize the need to discuss items and then tackle them one at a time in priority order. There are many ways to quickly prioritize, and I often use the simple matrix of urgency. There's a time component here and something has to be addressed now, and importance, how much impact this problem and the resolution of it has on our business. For each issue you've identified, rated high, medium, or low on urgency, then high, medium, or low on impact. Make sure you tackle the high highs in this meeting or have a plan to follow up in place. There's a lot more to say about meetings, but if you'll follow these 5 tips: 1, create an agenda beforehand. 2, identify the desired outcome for each discussion topic. 3, use your whiteboard or flip chart throughout the meeting. 4, walk through your metrics efficiently. And 5, prioritize your need to discuss items. Your meetings will be much more productive. You'll get far greater engagement, and most importantly, your meetings will not suck. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. See you next time.